Tjena allihopa, välkommen tillbaka till tredje delen på The Vale. Nu ska vi alltså lämna den här lilla stan som vi var i för att resa vidare närmare vårt mål. I denna delen, under den här delen vi ska resa nu, så kommer vi få med oss den här Maggie, den här blinda kvinnan. Spare a copper for a blind old woman, som man hörde där flera gånger. Och den här delen är det väldigt mycket prat i, så tyvärr är det inte så mycket spelande, förutom när vi kommer fram till byn, eller stan. Jag kommer inte ihåg om det är en by eller stad vi ska till nu, men det märker vi. Så jag drar igång den och sen ska vi spela lite.
Falling Squirrel and Creative Bites Studios presents The Vale. Press the main menu. Use a continue game.
Where to now? We should think about setting out.
Carrick travel map.
Så vi
Press spacebar to select an option. Use arrow keys to cycle through options.
Så då ska vi...
We are here in Rivertown. The mountain pass is a 5-day journey from where the ferry meets the King's Road.
Press spacebar to begin travel. Press Alt key to remain at this location.
Så då lämnar vi den här byn och reser vidare. Så vi har ju fått åka med den här färgkaren Gadir, som han hette.
This is it. The King's Road is just up the bank. I have to warn you, the gentle parts of the Vale are behind you now. The mountain pass, heading into winter, isn't for the faint of heart.
We'll keep that in mind.
If you did, you wouldn't take another step. So long.
Looks like the road is clear. Here, take my hand, I'll help you up the bank.
Hello, Princess.
Oh! You startled me.
You're the blind woman from the market.
I prefer to be called Maggie. And you're the travellers who've been making all the fuss. Taking on pirates, reuniting families, finding lost horses, running iron.
How did you make it out here?
I walked.
That's not possible.
Sure it is. You put one foot in front of the other and repeat.
I mean, you're blind. And there was no land route to get here.
There are plenty of routes if you know what you're doing. Where are you headed?
Why would that be business of yours?
You might need my help. There's safety in numbers, you know.
You might be safer, but we'll be slower.
Don't flatter yourselves. There's no substitute for life experience.
We're headed east.
I have a place along the King's Road. You can spend a night there. Break up the trip a little.
What kind of place?
It's your standard hovel, but better than the lice-infested inns along the way. No dead un will be snooping around, I can promise you that.
We'll be fine on our own. Thank you. Let's get moving.
What's the harm in escorting her back to her hovel?
We can't have her slowing us down. We need to get ahead of the horde.
I can hear her following us.
Then we happen to be sharing the road. Until wolves take her.
Unkind.
Regardless, we are not waiting for her.
I've always loved travel at night. It's cooler, quieter, less busy. When you're in a city and walking, there's nowhere you can't go on foot. Wagons need roads, boats need rivers. Did you know that section of river you were on meanders for 20 miles? I walked less than 10.
She can move for an old crow.
Damn right I can move. Been moving most of my life. You sit still and you shrivel up. You keep moving and you find things, discover things. Some things you can't explain, so you move on to discover other things that explain those things.
I've covered more ground in the past few days than I have in all my years living in...
Stop. Both of you. Don't you dare take another step.
What is it?
The woods. Do you smell it?
Pine trees.
Not the pine trees, you daft gloit.
I smell ash. A fire.
Brimstone. Look to the woods.
Something is moving. Something dark.
Japp.
Wolves.
Not like I've ever seen.
Run. Now.
Take my hand.
Yes, lead the way. I'll
Nu
fend them
ska
off.
vi slåss.
Here come more. No! Our rock race. We're trapped.
Get behind me.
What is she doing?
You wouldn't believe it if I told you. Alex, your weapon. It's on fire.
I know you can use the damn thing. Start swinging, girl.
Are they gone?
Yes. For now.
How far is your shelter?
Not far. We'll be safe there. Follow me. I'll start the fire.
What was that?
Nether wolves. Spawned by the Fae, no doubt.
No, what you did. In the woods back there.
You've never seen a blind woman throw fire around before.
No one sees that.
Oh, there's much sighted folk don't see. You know it, Princess. You see it, don't you? Glimpses of the future. Tell your friend.
Japp.
I do. I see misfortune before it happens.
And flashes from the past.
Japp.
When needed, yes.
You are a seer, like me, like a rare few throughout the world. It's a power we draw from the Fae realm. The same power that brings the fire and all manner of magic.
So I could do what you do. With fire.
Perhaps. But not like me, Princess.
Why must you keep calling me princess?
It's your title. By birth. You don't think much of old Maggie if you don't think I could see who you are. Even your friend here was able to figure that out, eh? His silence tells you all you need to know. The point is, it hardly matters. We are all in grave danger. These wolves, the Horde, none of this is by chance. You two are going to help me get to the bottom of it all.
We're headed home to Glades, to my brother.
You may not have a lot to say about where you're going. You're not likely to get through the pass without our help.
There are more of you?
I have a husband who takes up residence in the mountain village of Crow. It's near the pass. You'll shelter us while we figure out how to get you home.
Thank you, Maggie. You were right. There is safety in numbers.
You two should try to get some rest. I'll keep watch tonight.
Up you get, Your Eminence.
Please, don't call me that. Is it morning already?
It is noon. We should head out.
We have 3 days' journey to Crow. I have rations, but we may have to hunt along the way.
We'll get started then.
Hold on. There are things to consider. The road ahead is notorious for bandits and other ne'er-do-wells. Maybe better to wait for nightfall.
I would rather run into bandits than more of those creatures. What does our princess think?
Use down and up arrow keys to cycle options.
Så här kan vi välja om vi vill gå direkt eller om vi vill vänta. Det man nämnde här, Maggie kan göra samma sak som jag kommer kunna göra sen. Jag kommer kunna använda sån här eld. Både i syfte att skydda mig samt i syfte att försvara mig med. Attackera. Plus att hon kan se både in i framtiden som vi har gjort och även i dåtiden då vi har de här lektionerna. Så vi ska välja.
We'll set out now then, with the daylight. We'll wait for nightfall.
Så vi kan välja om vi vill vänta på att till natten eller om
Press
vi vill gå
spacebar to select.
direkt. Så
Set out now.
vi går direkt.
We'll head out now. Bandits will be a welcome change after last night.
No.
So what do these nether wolves want?
To kill. To feed. They're minions of unsavory characters from the Fae realm. Shades and the like.
Shades.
Your mother never told you that shades would drag you away into the night if you didn't go to bed.
My mother died when I was young. The only thing my brother and I feared was our father. Oh, and according to my uncle, the endless list of enemies that were coming to murder our family, which I suppose now is mostly true.
Shades are just as real. They rarely stray from the Fae realm, but they can possess creatures from our world, like wolves, and set them about doing their work.
Good day to you ladies and gentlemen, I have to assume.
We don't want trouble, lads.
You won't be any trouble at all.
Put those away, boys. The old woman is not to be trifled with.
This old bat?
Trust me, you'll be playing with fire.
Ja, det gör
Was
de
that supposed to
faktiskt.
mean something?
This is the part where you bring the fire, witch.
The powers of the Fae are not at your beck and call.
But it would be helpful, no?
Draw your weapon, Alex.
You're not going to hand over your coin?
Strayed a little far from home.
You're not from around here, are you?
Why wouldn't you use your magic?
The princess's steel was impressive enough. We can't have stories about sorcerers following us into the mountains.
You have gained 60 copper in coin and salvage.
She snores worse than you.
Stand down, you blatant wazzock.
You don't think seers can accidentally cast spells in their sleep, do you?
Shepherd, what is your real name again?
Abd al-Rashid.
Abdal Rashid.
Not bad. Though I don't mind being called Shepherd. Reminds me of my purpose.
How long have you known who I was?
From the first, there was word about the missing princess.
And you didn't let on?
You clearly were not looking to tell me. What would be the point?
So I didn't have to keep up the act.
What act? Would you have been ordering me around as a servant?
No.
How are princesses different from shepherds?
More is expected of us.
Like what?
My brother was expected to rule glades from birth, and he does. He was tutored and trained. So was I. Frankly, I wasn't sure what was expected of me until my father sent me to the borderlands. To lord over a castle there.
What would make you a good lord?
I'm sure I wouldn't have made much of one.
You could do worse, you Easterners. What if a king had a stupid or weak or cruel child? You all suffer. In the borderlands, we always follow the strongest and most cunning, no matter where they come from.
What about the Odedan?
It's the same.
Well, my brother is not stupid. Or weak. We will not have suffered for him becoming king. It's only a matter of a few minutes that the kingdom could have had a blind ruler.
You are a twin.
I am. So perhaps fate isn't so bad at choosing leaders after all. Theo is a natural leader. People listen to him.
They would not do the same for you?
Why would anyone listen to a blind woman?
Because you listen to them.
Are you listening, Alex?
Yes, sorry, Uncle. Just wondering why you're not drawing your sword.
I have something else in mind today, Alex. The sword is an elegant weapon made for self-defense on the road. Easy to carry and easy to dismiss as ornamental. Your shield, however, makes it a weapon of war. There are other weapons you will only find on the battlefield. Brutal weapons made to pierce armor and crush bone. This, Alex, is a war hammer.
A war hammer?
Actually, it's a wooden maul, a safer substitute for training against a true war hammer. It's not much heavier than your sword, but it serves a much different purpose. When wielded by a strong enough opponent, blows from these weapons can injure, even through your shield. Blocking heavy attacks from these weapons is still better than taking the full force of the blow. However, blocking will wear you down, and it is best to interrupt the swing with your own well-timed attack. Are you ready?
I doubt it. But let's give it a go.
On guard. Interrupt my attack. Excellent. Very good. Finally, I'm going to come at you with alternating heavy attacks and quick combos. Start with your shield raised while you listen for which attack is coming.
Listen for the type of attack. Interrupt the heavy attacks and block and counter the quick combos.
Excellent. Very good. Excellent. Very good. I pray you have no cause to face these weapons in battle, but a soldier must be prepared.
Soldier? I thought I was a princess.
A princess should not ask a subject to be something she's not willing to be herself.
I understand.
Så det var sista lektionen. Kommer vi inte få några fler lektioner från honom.
The valley is much wider here in the mountains. It feels good to be in open country again.
We're exposed out here.
So are our enemies.
You sound more like my uncle than a shepherd.
Men are no different from wolves and jackals. It's the ones I cannot see that I fear most. There is a ridge on our right. A good spot for an ambush. However, once we are past it, I can relax for another mile at least. In the woods, I have no peace. Hold up.
Jackals. On the ridge.
Fighters in mail with battle axes.
I hear them. Clansmen. We may be fine as long as we're not in Mara territory. Clan borders change yearly.
How will we know if we are in Mara territory?
We're in Mara territory. Ready your shield, Alex. They may throw the first axe as they charge.
You a wee thing.
Kom hennes pojkvän. Aj, aj, aj.
Hold
Får
up.
jag börja?
Shackles. On the ridge.
Fighters in mail with battle axes.
They're not friendly, Shepherd.
Ready your shield, Alex. They may throw the first axe as they charge.
Får börja om det här. Eftersom jag dog. Nu kommer de här.
You scared lass.
Ah! Det var... Fan vad svårt det här var då.
Ready your shield, Alex. They may throw the first axe as they charge.
You a wee thing.
Quick, this one.
Men det var väl själva den. Det här är mycket enklare om man kör den på enkel svårighetsnivå, så nu får vi se.
You scared, lass.
Tyst med dig. Det här var inte lätt. På is eller på enklaste nivån är detta mycket enklare. Så här får man vi får söka lite till. Det har jag klarat förut, så vi får se.
You wee thing.
Kan du sluta parera?
You've made a mistake, lass.
Nej. Nu förstår jag folk som har svårt med den här på normal. Det här var inte
Ready your
lätt.
shield, Alex. They may throw the first axe as they charge.
You scared, lass.
Quick, this one.
Kan du sluta?
Dierdinger!
Those were scouts. The Mara clan are on the move.
The Odedin are driving them out?
Or they are emboldened, looking to move on other clans in the chaos. Sorry to say, Shepherd, you won't find much peace out here.
You have gained 80 copper in coin and salvage.
80 kopper för det. Det var snålt.
Akram, open up!
Has it been long since you've seen your husband?
Not long, just a few years. We know you're in there. No sense hiding.
And he's an older gentleman. About your age?
Oh, he's seen his share of winters, yes. I'd know if he's dead, if that's what you're getting at.
If only I was so lucky.
Akram, get down here. We have guests.
You lost the key again? Typical. Coming down.
Hello.
Pleasure. Come, sit. I'll put something on. I can't promise you it will taste any good. I lost my sense of taste years ago, drinking something this old witch made for me. How long are you staying this time?
As long as our guests need.
Just the night. We'll be heading for the pass in the morning.
You won't be heading for the pass before spring. The snows have set in. Hope you like turnips. It's all I got. You'd think she would have brought some food with her after being away for what, 2 years?
You could always come with me, you know.
Well, I have the library to maintain. You really want to start up this argument again?
Well, I'm not your errand girl. Akram considers himself a seer as well. He's more interested in the past. The history of the craft, he calls it.
So, they're in on the game. They know about the Fae?
If you were any kind of seer, you'd know this before we walked in the door.
What brought them around to believing you?
Netherwolves.
How many?
10 or more. Must have been a pack that was exposed to a rift.
They're up to something, the Fae. Stories have been around town in the past few weeks. Do you think they're surfacing in aid of the Horde?
Picking sides? You know that's not their way. I'm still working out their plan.
Well, after you're watered up, you should head into the village. Ask around.
We just need to get back to the capital as soon as possible.
Is there any way to get through the pass now?
We can get you through once the weather breaks. But you may not have a home to go back to if we don't heed the warnings that are presenting themselves. You need to help us first. I'm going to visit the farmsteads to inquire about the movement of the Horde. You two should ask around town about any unusual happenings in the area. Folk up here always have stories. I'll travel with you if you come across anything particularly hair-raising.
What about your husband?
Akram will be at the library in the monastery. If you're looking for a place to nap, you should stop by for a visit.
What do you think?
I think it's a distraction we can't afford. Perhaps we can find a guide to take us through the pass.
You don't believe the realm is in danger?
There is danger everywhere.
Yep.
I plan to stay out of it.
What is the town like?
Looks like there is a proper smith here. The monastery is on the other side of the square.
I can hear the bells.
And it looks like there is some sort of celebration going on next to it.
Sounds like that's where most of the village is.
Japp. Så har vi värdhus. Vi har lite sånt så vi ska gå dit.
Looks like some monks are serving ale. They've certainly drawn a crowd.
You'd scarcely know there was an invading army around.
Join us. Our fellow brothers and sisters from Bon Arthur are here with their ale. Come, drink.
Press spacebar to enter.
Yep.
Alt key to leave.
The crowd is full of monks.
Let's talk to the sober ones first.
Use down and up arrow keys to cycle through interactions of interest. Press Alt key to leave.
I'll tell you about some strange business. We have a hunter staying with us at the monastery. She fled her camp in the Southwood, spouting some nonsense about creatures arriving in the night, savaging the others. We were a little concerned if there was any killing going on. She may have been part of it.
Has anyone been sent to inspect the camp?
Who would go? We have our brothers and sisters from Bon Arthur to treat, and the villagers are preparing for the snows.
You're not concerned about what happened at the camp?
We're a sanctuary, and we maintain that by staying out of trouble.
See? I'm not the only one who thinks like this.
I can tell you where the camp is if you want to have a look.
Press spacebar to take up this quest.
Det gör vi.
We should find Maggie. She'll want to know about the camp.
All right, let's go find her.
Så nu gör vi lite uppdrag här.
I can already smell it. Something from the nether. You say the monks thought the hunter was mad? Funny how ignorant learned people can be.
Could they have chosen a darker site to make camp?
I believe the darker side chose them. Whatever you're seeing is not natural.
I hear something.
On the other side of the camp?
Yes. What is it?
A small rift.
Yep.
A connection to the Fey world. I haven't come across one in decades. We should go to it. It may have answers. You lead the way, Alex.
Nu ska vi gå fram till den här.
What's that terrible sound?
Nether wolves. Feeding.
Feeding on what?
Hunters.
Wonderful.
We have options. The wolves will take their time consuming flesh, bone and all, and once they've had a meal, they're not likely to let go. If we're careful, we may be able to move past them. Or we could try to take them with the bow, or directly with sword.
Ska vi se. Där har vi en.
Weapon ready, Alex.
Kommer det fler? Nu tar vi dem.
It sees us.
Så.
coming for us.
Nu går vi fram till denna.
I'm at the rift. It's calling to me.
To me as well, child. I say we take the smallest of glimpses. Hold my hand. Now reach out.
We are Odedan. What need do we have for these mountain tribes?
The Fae say they are essential to our success. The pass cannot be crossed without their aid.
Why cross the pass at all? What will that give us?
Glades. And the realm.
What was that?
A connection to another time and place. Not too far away and only moments ago.
Who were they?
I believe it was the Odedan General and his council. They are consorting with the Fae, emboldened by prophecy or promise somehow.
The Horde intends to take Glades.
Perhaps.
The Odedan are here for plunder. They will always return home in the end.
I fear this general has much higher ambitions than his predecessors. The real question is why the Fae would want him to push so far east. They clearly want conflict. But why?
We should go now.
In a moment. I have business with the princess. Come with me, Alex.
Where are you going?
It will take but a minute. Keep watch for wolves, shepherd. Over here, Alex.
What is it?
Now that part of you has entered the Fae realm, you will be able to draw from it.
I've entered the Fae realm?
Of course you have. Some small part of you, anyway. Now, no more questions. We must do this while it's fresh in your mind. I want you to draw your weapon.
Okay.
Recall those voices you heard.
Alexandra?
Yes, I hear them.
Concentrate on your weapon and gently ask them to grant you flame.
Press spacebar to trigger spell.
Flame.
Yes, marvelous. You feel it's warm?
I do.
I think more wolves are coming. We should... Alex!
Over time, with more encounters with the Fae, your powers will grow, Alex.
This is not natural.
It's necessary, considering what we'll have to face.
Flaming weapon spell will increase the likelihood of a critical hit. You will need to learn how to build up magic energy before triggering this spell in combat.
I'll be close by if you plan to follow up on any more leads.
We'll let you know. Monks are certainly loose with stories.
Where to, Alex?
Okay. Nope.
The monk gathering. Should we walk through again?
Press. Use down and up.
Ah, there's a fellow sober face. You're not in the mood either.
Why aren't the monks concerned with the Odedan here in the mountains?
What interest would Odedan have in a library? That's all the monks here have. It's riches from the mines and clan forges the Odedan are after. I'm on my way to a monastery in Old Sevlin, just an hour from here. The reliquary contains gold and silver, and they're looking for escorts south with the collection. The monks trust me, but I'm still looking for a few more swords. They pay well. In silver.
I don't know, Alex.
Perhaps the monks will have information about the Horde. And a route through the pass.
Press space.
We can join you.
Excellent. Come, the others are waiting.
So it's just 6 of us. Will that be enough?
The clansmen are brutal fighters, but they're cautious. They only take on fights they think they can win without losses. It would be tough for a raiding party to take on 6 armed fighters without casualties.
How much further to the monastery?
Old Sevlin is set on the plateau, just ahead. I see the sisters waiting for us. The boys will load up the cart.
Hayden, it's good to see you.
Likewise, sister. This is Sister Adamari. She'll be coming with us.
Hello.
Have you seen much of the Horde from here?
We have, and they passed us by. Perhaps they didn't know what our monastery holds. What it held, anyway. Word has it they're preoccupied with plundering mining towns. But we can't take the chance they won't be back.
I'm more worried that clan raiders might be watching us. We need to get the cart moving. Hurry it up, boys.
Do you think the clans can resist the Odedan?
They have defensible villages. They joined forces. They could probably hold off the entire army.
But they won't work together. I've been told the Odedan will have control of the entire region before winter's end. They've already plundered smaller clans and built quite a war chest. I think they're going to use it to buy off the larger clans.
I heard the Mara may even join the Horde.
Heaven help us then.
Hold up!
Raiders. 10 at least on the path ahead.
It's the Mara.
Hold your ground. The path is too narrow for them to flank us.
Here they come, Alex.
You're proving yourself, lass. Now yield.
You a wee thing. Are you scared, lass?
Tyst med dig. Losade du din pojkvän?
That's all of him. Sister. Here, let me help you. Let's get her onto the cart. So what was that about? The blind don't fight like that.
She's a seer. Never actually met one in the flesh.
A seer?
A conduit to the Fae. Not many believe in such things, but my grandmother knew one. Saw what they could do. Knew the purpose they served.
What purpose was that?
Protectors of the realm, of course. I can die now that I've met a seer.
None of that talk now, sister. Let's get a move on, lads.
Come on, get...
We need to get to safer ground. The camp should be safe for the night. We're well clear of the clans now. You're welcome to leave with your reward any time you like.
We should return to Crow now.
How is the sister?
I believe she'll live. Mountain folk are hearty stock, even the monks.
Where will you be headed after this?
South. Travel in any other direction is too dangerous now. You can join us if you like.
Our business takes us east.
I hope the monk's silver eases the trip some. You certainly deserve it. Take care, protector of the realm.
You have gained 150 copper in coin and salvage.
Where now?
Gå in till... vi går till värdshuset igen.
The monk gathering. Should we walk through again?
Use down and up arrow.
You heard about the mine at Kengolic?
What about it?
10 miners went down the other day, none come back up. The village sent in a search party and they found nothing. No bodies, no cave-in, nothing. And in a large mine. 10 men and women vanished into thin air.
Where is this mine?
Just up the mountain. I could show you the way, but I sure as hell ain't going in.
Maggie will want to hear about this.
You really want to be crawling around in a hole?
Press spacebar to take up this quest.
Ja, det ska vi göra.
Mines are places to discover things. Are they not?
I'm the one who has to see the things you discover.
How much further does this shaft go, Shepherd?
The old man said the mine followed the vein straight into the mountains. The end of the tunnel can't be much farther.
I hear something, just up ahead.
I hear it too. If it is a rift that swallowed the miners, it may explain why there was no trace of them.
What do you mean by swallowed?
I suppose the rifts themselves do very little swallowing. It's what comes out of the rifts that we should concern ourselves with.
I'm not sure what you're hearing, but this is it. This is the end of the tunnel.
You're sure?
Feel it. It's solid.
Hello? I hear voices in the walls.
The miners.
I hear it too, Princess. But I doubt it's the miners. There's something else here, Shepherd. What do you see?
Dripstone columns.
Do they strike you as unusual in any way?
There's 3 of them together. It almost looks like someone molded them here.
Draw your weapon, Alex. I want you to strike each of the columns.
Så 3 toner som är upp, höger. Nej, upp, höger och vänster kan man trycka. Det spelar ingen roll. Och då hör man vilken ton som är vad. Upp, vänster, höger.
They call to you. Go ahead. Answer them.
Så ska man svara som de säger. Så där vänster, upp, höger. Nej.
That's not it. Try again.
Vänster, höger, upp.
It's working. Answer again. Well done. And again. It's open. Well done.
Is this the Fey realm? In front of us?
No, just a chamber, formed by the rift inside. Go ahead, Alex. Lead us to the rift.
What do you see, Shepard?
My stupidity for following you here. Oh, something's moving.
Hello? Who's that?
The miners. They're alive.
What happened to you?
We opened a way into this vault. We had a look around, and the passage in was gone.
Well, you need to get out before it closes again. Go.
No need to ask twice.
Wait. Did you see anything while you were here? Anything strange beyond the passage closing?
That's not enough for you.
There was one thing. The air never soured. Take a deep breath. Not the hint of a breeze, yet it's as clear as mountain air.
Go. Thank you. The Fae were keeping them alive. Why?
You coming?
Shepard, you can see them out.
I'm not leaving you down here.
Suit yourself. Alex, find the rift if you can.
I'm at the rift.
We're going to close it. Reach out with your shield hand. Go ahead, reach out. What do you hear?
My name.
Anything else?
Silence. Complete silence. Ah! Something has my arm!
Shepard, pull her back.
I have you, Alex.
Draw your weapon, Alex.
Something is coming through the rift.
Shades.
It only appears after it moves.
Are they gone?
That's the last of them, I think.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying.
There can be no doubt. Something in the Fey realm does not want you alive.
But why?
That, I don't know.
Let's go. This way.
Over here, Alex, before we leave.
What is it?
Again, we have to do this quickly, while the effects of the rift linger. Take up your shield. Quickly.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Quiet, Shepard. Recall those voices you heard.
Alexandra?
Yes. I hear them.
Now, gently, ask them for favor.
Press Alt key to trigger spell.
Fire.
I didn't need those eyebrows.
It comes so easily to you. I'm envious.
Please, let's go.
Fire Shield Burst will burn enemies surrounding you and leave them temporarily vulnerable to follow-up attacks. You will need to learn how to build up magic energy before using this spell in combat.
All right, Princess. I'm going to look into finding us a way through the pass. I think it's time you followed up with Akram at the monastery.
Thank you, Maggie. We'll head there now.
Keep an eye on her, Shepherd.
I'll do my best to keep her from setting fire to the books.
Character, travel, equipment, magic, coin and salvage. You have 595 copper. Character menu. Use arrow keys to cycle.
Are we heading to the monastery?
The bells are calling us.
Here's the monastery. Should we look for Akram?
Ah, little surprised to see you so soon. Figured you'd be off at the witch all winter.
Certainly is quiet.
The monks are all out for one last gathering before winter sets in.
Well, we're here. What can we do?
I've already found an interesting lead. Here's a record of an ancient temple on the mountainside above town. It's in ruin now, according to the monks, but by all accounts, it did once hold some manner of mystery.
Like what?
Comings and goings of odd travelers, accounts of strange noises, a secret chamber, the usual fun stuff.
You want to investigate?
Not really, but it's what the witch wants of us.
Press spacebar to take up this quest.
Sounds intriguing. I say we have a look.
Shouldn't be much farther, according to the maps.
Why would they build a temple out here?
They were made in a time when ancient people maintained contact with the Fae. They were constructed around the natural places where the veil that separates our world and the Fae is thinnest. These sites seem to dot the great valley that spans our realm.
What would people do with the Fae?
There's little record. Some scholars believe our worlds affect one another, and we would manage the outcomes together. Perhaps we traded with them, exchanged knowledge. Who's to say it was any different at the intersection of cultures we have in this world?
Do you know what they're like?
No one knows anymore. We only see the rare cases when our world brushes up against theirs. The wolves, for instance. Ah, I see the temple. It's set in the cliff face.
Looks bigger from the inside.
Watch your step. I'm sure there's been little upkeep of the place.
Do you hear that ringing sound? What is it?
I don't hear anything.
A musical tone?
Yes.
Where's it coming from?
The far side of the room. Don't you hear it?
No. My wife will hear these things from time to time. Drives me crazy. Can you hear that, Akram? What's that sound? What's wrong with your ears? The one thing she doesn't hear is me complaining about her lack of sight.
Do you know what makes the sound? It doesn't sound like a rift.
Something of the Fey realm. Likely an object that has passed between worlds. Can you lead us to it?
I think so.
Are you okay?
Yes. I think. What happened?
The floor gave way. You're in a lower chamber. I don't see another way down.
The sound is louder. I think the source is down here. I'm going to find it.
Be careful. We'll look for a way to get to you.
Så här ska man gå till det här ljudet, men man ska undvika ramla ner i stupen som är här.
I've reached it. I've reached the source of the sound!
We found the passage down. Hold on.
My word.
What is it?
A massive stone statue of a warrior bent down on one knee. It holds a small figurine of a snake. As an offering, it would appear.
I wouldn't touch it.
It calls to Alex. Go ahead. Reach out. Take it. Alex?
Something just happened to me.
Can you still hear the sound?
No.
Very curious. I believe you've absorbed any power the figure may have contained.
Power?
By all indications, this snake artifact would have contained dark magic.
By dark, do you mean evil?
Oh, heavens, no. No. Lucky for you. It merely describes the direction of the flow of energy between our worlds. Dark magic takes from our world, gives to the Fey realm. You're likely now a conduit for energy in that direction. Whereas my Maggie works exclusively in the other direction. It is from the Fey realm that she draws the fire.
Is it dangerous?
Hope not. Scholars talk of dark magic being used to drain one's enemies of life and gaining favor from the Fey.
What was that?
Look, the statue. It rises.
The Guardian. Magnificent.
The passage out was closed.
What's happening?
I believe it wants you to return the power you've taken from the figurine.
It can have it!
By the looks of its hammer, I think it means to crush it out of you.
The powers you've absorbed, I think you're the only one who can affect it.
Yep.
Your shield won't fully protect you from its overhead swing.
I think only my overhead attack will hurt him.
Typiskt.
A Guardian.
Yes. You saw this coming, no doubt.
I need to block his side attacks. And interrupt his overhead swing.
Yep.
What, pray tell, was that?
A guardian. Ancient people built stone warriors that could be animated by the Fae, similar to the way wolves can be possessed. They were supposedly posted at important sites to ward off unworthy visitors.
We're unworthy then?
On the contrary, I believe you've just passed a very old rite of passage.
The way out is open again.
We are free to leave this place now.
Det är vi.
You now have the ability to build favor with successful strikes. Favor is energy that can be used in magic attacks.
I'll be resting at the monastery. Come find me when you're ready to subject me to more horrors.
Ja. Så vi måste göra mer uppdrag.
The village is
för
just
honom.
waking up. Where do you want to go?
Så vi ska gå igen till honom.
Here's the monastery. Should we look for Akro?
Press.
Sorry to keep you waiting. There was no one around to tell me you were here.
It gave us a chance to rest, and we took it gladly.
I have found something most interesting. My wife likes to discredit my seeing abilities, but I tell you, the speed at which I found 2 more accounts of nearby temples, I'd give ancient archivists a run for their money. She could wander for years before she'd stumble across these locations.
Use down and up arrow keys to cite.
I stumbled across the account of this first site by complete chance. It was in an old land registry that was misshelved. Would you believe it's the first misshelved text I found in this library? The monks here, though often drunk, never seem to make these blunders.
Fascinating. Please continue.
According to the registry, there was an old apple orchard in the woods south of the mountain, a rarity for this climate. The land was confiscated by local lords some 200 years ago for unknown reasons, but a cross-reference of this orchard with accounts of a fabled orchard from earlier texts depicts it as the location of a Fae temple that appears only at night. Considering the rarity of apples to the region, I figure that the 2 orchards must be one and the same. You'll travel to the orchard?
Press.
All right.
Det gör vi.
If you come with us.
Of course. Why not? This is no doubt the place.
Where are the apple trees?
The forest has consumed the orchard, but the trees were here. See? One here managed to hang on. You can see 2 more that way. They make out the planting line.
How do we find the center?
Do you hear anything, Alex?
Not yet.
Jo.
Wait. I can hear it. This way.
Nu ska vi följa efter.
The sound. It's changing.
Changing. How?
It's moving.
Shades.
Draw your weapon, Adam.
Are they gone?
Yes, I believe so. I pray so.
Fey Temple will not appear to us.
I don't think it was ever here. I can't help but feel that these shades were lying in wait. We were led here for the purpose of ambush. Like I'm starting to sound like my crazy wife.
Crazy how?
Maggie believes that there are elements of the Fey world that scheme against us for their own purpose. Their influence is limited and subtle. A misshelled registry, a foolhardy investigator. They nudge us along a path of their own design.
Why us?
One of us must be standing in their way.
Japp. Så de här som kommer måste man vara snabb med. Man kan bara attackera när de har flyttat på sig. Och ibland är de väldigt snabba på att attackera. Så vi har ett uppdrag kvar med honom.
The village is just waking up.
Ja.
Where do you want to go?
Vi kommer.
Here's the monastery. Should we look for Akram?
Press.
Well, where are we off to? Should I go over the details?
Use down and up arrow.
Now, here is a very detailed account dating back less than 50 years of a temple ruin located in a mountain lake.
In a lake?
The temple would have sat on an island in Lake Eiger. It's more of a pond, really. The account describes a submerged ruin at its center.
How would we see anything of interest?
I've not ventured to the lake in years, and I don't recall anything above its surface. However, the water should be clear enough that we may be able to see something from the mountain slope.
Press space.
We'll search for evidence of the temple.
Lake Eiger should be visible just over this ridge. Watch your step, Alex. Would you look at that?
What do you see?
There's a causeway leading to a small collection of stones at the center of the lake. The water level must have dropped. It's like we're being welcomed in.
Even more reason for caution.
It's difficult to say what this structure was like. You can tell the stone was quarried elsewhere. Would have been some operation to get it up here.
I see an opening. There's a passage down.
The witch won't forgive me if we don't take a look.
I'll go in. I can already hear something.
We're right here with you.
Så nu är det ett sånt här ljud igen som vi ska gå till.
The water is not deep. You should be fine to continue, Alex. Oh, that startled me.
What is it?
A corpse. It's been here a while. Nothing but bone and scraps of leather.
There are more over here, in armor.
Could this be a crypt?
No. I believe they died here, in combat.
How?
There's your answer. A guardian. In pieces now.
The warriors prevailed.
Not if Alex can still hear the artifact they were after.
The sound is coming from right here, just below the water.
Go ahead, Alex. I don't believe the Guardian will bother us now.
Feels like a necklace.
Alex?
It happened again.
What do you feel?
I can feel it in my left hand. What's that sound?
The water is stirring.
Oh, the dead.
It would appear the Fae can bring life to more than just statues.
Never again, Alex. That was truly horrifying.
You have proven yourself worthy once again.
Who is she proving herself to? Huh?
That's the real question, isn't it?
You now have the ability to build favor with successful blocks. Favor is energy that can be used in magic attacks.
The princess is close, my general. The Fae have shown me this.
What do we care?
The Fae show us only things of consequence.
If they fear the girl, then they are weak.
The Fae can see more than we can. We should not dismiss their wisdom.
Then we'll send scouts to find them. I would not waste any more time looking for a child. We need to prepare for war.
Alex, wake up. You're okay.
Yodedin, they know we're here.
A bad dream, Alex.
No, I saw it clearly in my mind. They're going to come for us. They can see us. We need to tell Maggie. We need to prepare.
Alex, what if your connection with the Fey realm is only drawing trouble to us? Where would you ever be safe?
That's why I have the fire magic.
That scares me almost as much.
Well, I like it. It makes me feel strong.
You had strength without the fire.
The magic is something that didn't come from my brother or my uncle. It's mine.
I'm going to ask that Maggie take us through the pass when we get back to the village. Or we'll go on our own. Are you with me in that?
Yes. We need to get home.
You're right, Alex. It's time to head east.
The pass won't be easy. The Odedin are still there and the weather is still not good.
But I believe the closer you get to the capital, the more the Fae will reveal. Akram and I will work out the best way to proceed.
Thank you, Maggie.
Do what you need to prepare. We'll leave when you're ready.
That's settled. If there's anything else you want to take care of before we head east, we should do it now.
When you are ready to travel, press the Tab key to bring up the character menu and select the travel map.
Så vi ska kolla. Det finns något att göra nu i värdshuset. Jag tror inte det.
Not this way.
The monk gathering. Should we walk through again?
Press.
There's nothing for us here. Let's go. Here's the monastery. There's nothing for us here.
Okej.
Let's go.
Så det enda vi har kvar nu är att gå till vapenhandlaren. Och ja. Den gången är det en liten tjej vi ska göra affärer med. Så det är klart vi ska gå dit.
What you looking for, lass?
Arms and armor.
You have nasty business with the clans, do you?
Just a precaution. We're heading east.
Well, you won't find a better smith this side of the pass, and good local steel from the mines.
Use up and down arrow keys to cycle through items of interest. Press Alt key to leave.
This short sword would suit you well. It's light and lethal. We'll say 120 copper.
Press spacebar to consider purchase.
If you're looking for something a little heftier, I have this sturdy longsword for 100.
Press spacebar to consider purchase.
If you're looking for better protection, I have these chainmail pieces. You can have the lot for 150 copper.
Press space.
This shield is strong and relatively light for 70 copper.
Press spacebar to This item will cost 40 copper after salvage of old item. Your current coin amount is 595 copper. Press space.
There you go, lass.
Use up and down.
The short sword? The long sword?
This item will cost 50 copper after salvage of old item.
There you go, lass.
Use up.
The short sword? The chain armor?
Use arrow. Item quality. Tier 3 heavy armor. Your current item is Tier 2 heavy armor.
Ja,
This
det är hot.
item will cost.
There you go, lass.
Use up and down arrow.
The short sword?
Press spacebar to consider purchase.
Så tyvärr kan vi inte köpa det korta svärdet av dig hur mycket jag än vill. För att det är inte lika bra som det långa. Så vi lämnar henne nu för att resa vidare.
I'll be going now. Thank you.
Anytime, lass.
Så
Game or game quit. Resume. Quit game and return to main menu. Main menu. You can to game game credits. Quit game.
ja, detta avslutar den tredje delen i The Vale. Nu ska vi alltså resa vidare på vår näst sista färd innan vi har klarat spelet. Det är en stad till. Och sen så är det en liten by till innan vi är framme vid slutet. Så vi har, man kan säga, 2 delar kvar att göra på denna. Så vi syns åter i The Vale part 4. Hej då!